Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Thank you for joining me, Jag Singh, for another dosage of motivation on Positive Minds on the Seek channel. Positive Minds is a program on which we bring individuals and experts who speak to us about how we can better our lives. Okay, so a little bit about me. My name is Jag Singh, as I said, and I have recently written a book called Unbreakable. Unbreakable is based on a story, my story, on a young Sikh family growing up surrounded by abuse and racism, and how we got through it. Okay, so that's Unbreakable, available on Amazon. And you may also follow me on Twitter at jagsing_I can for constant motivation. Okay, so today I am going to be speaking to an amazing individual who is a Toastmaster in the United Kingdom. Also, she has contributed towards much community work. She's a public speaker. She's doing a lot, okay? So I'd like to introduce you guys to Sonal Dave. Hi, Sonal. Thank you for joining us today.
Hi, Jag. My Punjabi is not very good, but I'm going to attempt Sat Sri Akal.
Sat Sri Akal, Sat Sri Akal. Why would you
I tried.
Excellent, excellent. Thank you very much. Okay, so now let's start from the top. I mean, you've got all this stuff going on around you, do some great work. Okay, so please remind us, what is a Toastmaster, please?
So a lot of people have this visual of a Toastmaster being a old white man. As you can see, I'm not old. I'm not white. Very pale, but I'm definitely not a man. So the role of a Toastmaster really varies. It can be any event, any life event that you have, whether it's a family event, corporate, charity, auction, anything at all. But there's a number of things that we do as a Toastmaster. So we add gravitas to any kind of event. We'll add humor. If the mood is kind of going down, we might add in a bit of humor. We control the event. Control not in a horrible negative way, but we control in the way of making sure people are in the right place at the right time. That if anyone's the next speaker, that they're actually ready and waiting to be brought on to speak. How many times have they suddenly rushed off to the loo and you've announced them and you're like, well, I'll just tell you a joke whilst I'm waiting. So there isn't an endless list of what a Toastmaster does. A Toastmaster literally does anything that is required to make sure that the event is absolutely amazing, runs seamlessly, and that everyone has a good time.
And what you just said back there, historically, you're right. It is the old white guy with the red coat standing at the front, doing the ceremonies and everything. But you have broken that barrier, haven't you? I mean, you're public speaking, you're doing the Toastmaster thing. I'm looking at these pictures here. I mean, these guys are probably intrigued in what you're saying. And there you are, okay, as the genuine Toastmaster, okay, professional. And all these functions that you go to, I mean, sometimes even Amitabh Bachchan recently said that, when he still goes in front of the public, he feels a bit nervous. Do you still encounter that, or have you just totally smashed it and don't feel it at all?
I think anyone who says to you that they never get nervous is lying, because actually it's the nerves that you need that gives you that adrenaline, that gives you that energy just to go out there and kind of smash it. Do you know, if you were sort of like, oh, I'm not nervous, I'm fine, well, you're kind of going to go to the event in that kind of I don't care attitude, but actually those nerves just really kind of invigorate those energies. And I find that actually having those nerves is an advantage. So actually, if you think you're out there saying, I don't have nerves, are you human?
So there you go. To everyone who wants to be a public speaker or wants to go out there and speak to other people, there's some great advice for Sonal. You're always going to feel nervous, okay? Even with the many years of Toastmastering that Sonal has done, she still feels it. But I think the secret is just going out there, following your passion and going for it. Okay, so Sonal, this Toastmaster prestigious position you have, I think you've got a story to tell about the training here. I mean, you must have gone through some vigorous training to get where you are today.
So there is definitely. To be a Toastmaster, you do have to go through training. And depending on which organisation you join, the training can be very different. It can be classroom training, it can be group training, it can be one-on-one training. I chose the one-on-one training because I just did not want to be in a room full of people who would probably not look like me and just not understand why I wanted to be a Toastmaster. So I'm actually a member of the English Toastmasters Association. And you will have seen in those pictures, I have the red tailcoat. And then for civic events, so civic events can be anything to do with government, royalty, anything like that, I wear the black tailcoat. And I also wear the black tailcoat sometimes for charity events as well, because I think it just gives it that air of gravitas to the whole event, just to kind of lift it up that more. And when I'm standing next to somebody in my black tailcoat going, have you donated yet? It quickly gets them to donate.
Excellent. So when did this all start? When did this all start? What happened? What made you want to become a Toastmaster? What happened?
So I spent 20 plus years working in the public sector. I suppose I got to a point where I needed to leave and do something different. And I actually did take a year out trying to find out, what it might be, what was my passions. And I spent many years, sorry, no, 1 year, not many years, 1 year, just writing things down, almost like I wish I had all those notes, because it could probably be a really good book now as well. But it transpired from all my thinking and my writing. I wanted to do something with communication. I wanted to do something with people. I
Yeah.
wanted to share my passion and help people be better in their own lives. And I loved events. I've always been in events. In fact, I was a child performer as well with the English National Opera. So events and stage and cameras was just like, it was like, this is my thing.
I mean, what you're saying that what I picked up from there was that you wanted to do something different. And that's what this program's about. I mean, many people are walking out there like sheep and, trying to hide their goals at the back of their head. And, I'm not going to try. It's not going to get nowhere. What's the worth? But you did something different. And I like that. And that's something I'd like to take away from you right now to everyone out there. Do something different. If you've got a dream or if you want to achieve something in life, you don't have to start big, start small, like Sonal did here. Start the training and study walk forward. So now, I just thought about something, right? My auntie Rabinda, who's passed away, God bless her now, she said, I remember in 1976, right? And she said to my grandmum, that she wanted to get a job. And my grandmum said to her that, that Indian women don't work, and all the family said Indian women position is in the kitchen, changing nappies. And it wasn't even only in the Indian culture, in the English culture, and many cultures. And I remember when she got a job and people saying, oh no, women can't have dreams, women can't work, and yeah, your job. And you know what? She was a pioneer for me in my family because she worked for the civil service, and then obviously she went on and on and on, and she inspired many young women and men to go out there and do the same. And then you've done a similar. Uh, you've taken the similar steps and actions. I'm sure you must have got it as well. That would you become a Toastmaster for? How did you deal with that negativity?
So I think for me, it was very much about, I had a job, I had a monthly income, I had a good job, with the monthly income. Why do you want to go self employed? Why do you want to have your business? What is a Toastmaster? What is a celebrant? Why are you doing something that nobody knows about? But actually, it was more that the community just did not know what these careers were. And you can have a career as a
Yeah,
Toastmaster, as a celebrant, doing my public speaking work. They have become my career now. And that's how people know me. I could be walking down the street, walking through Asda's, whatever it may be, and I'll suddenly get somebody going, "Oh my God, that's the Toastmaster lady," and you kind of like,
excellent,
"Yes,
excellent.
Sonal." But yeah, and the best part is when I see women who come to me and say, "I've listened to you, and I'm now going to follow my dreams," and I love that,
Excellent.
absolutely love it.
Excellent. Superb. Because you reminded me of this amazing motivational speaker called Jim Rohn, Rohn. And I advise everyone to hear his stuff, Jim Rohn. And he started at the bottom and worked his way up. And, he created a massive motivational empire, inspired many people. And he remembers one time when he was walking towards the front of the stage and someone said, that's Jim Rohn. And he said that was the day that he knew he made it. And I think the same applies to you this. And now you made it, and I'm sure you're going to make it more going forward.
Oh, do you know, honestly, Jag, I cannot believe I formally set up my business in 2018. So, September 2018, I launched my business. So, we're just over 2 years. And in that, I've won awards, I've been in publications like the Mail Online, things that I would never, ever have thought would have happened to me. Kush magazine, the London Wedding magazine, Asian Voice. Who would have thought that by actually following my dreams and honestly breaking down barriers, because at the beginning I did get a bit of negativity, but it was from the
Yes,
events
yes, that
industry.
happens. That happens. Yeah.
Yeah, it was the events industry, like, what are you doing here? I'm your Toastmaster. I don't dress like this every day. I'm your Toastmaster. Um, but I've kind of broken those barriers down. People now accept it, and what I absolutely love is that now in the UK there are two Asian female Toastmasters and there are two Asian female celebrants. Isn't that amazing?
Excellent, excellent. And I take it you're one of them.
I definitely am.
Superb, excellent, excellent. Congratulations with that. Congratulations. I mean, that's a great thing to share with the family and a guest that you've done something different. And it all started off from what you just said there, back there. You wanted to do something different. That's where it all started from. That's where the change happens. Many people, Sonal, as you know, go through life and they don't think different. They don't think dreams. They don't, and that's what we're here to say. That's why we've got you on here today, to share that message to the next generation. And then not only the next generation, our generation, many other generations, that, wherever your dream is, please try to follow it, because you will get there if you have enough passion, like Sonal did here. Okay, so now let's talk about the community. You're not only doing the public speaking, you're not only doing the Toastmaster. Understand, I thought I had a busy life. Okay, I've got the program, the books, the children, the work. But man, you're amazing. So, what about the voluntary and community work you do? Please tell us a bit more about that.
So, in back when I was a youngster, not that many years ago, of course, I joined a charity called Shishukunj, which means Children's Garden. And I went through the charity as a child, and now I'm actually a life member, and I am regularly involved in the work that they do. And that's both UK based and international. And it's all about giving children the basics: education, health and welfare, food. The basic things, to the basic principles of humanity. And that's both in the UK and internationally. And then the other exciting thing, which I don't tell many people, but I've been told that your viewers are absolutely amazing. So I'm going to tell you guys. I hope you're all
Yes, thank you.
amazing.
Yes,
Um,
yes,
in,
yes,
two,
yes. Tell us, tell us.
In 2004, I became a magistrate. So
Oh,
I have been
superb.
sitting as a magistrate for 16 years now. I'm still sitting, although it's slightly different because of the current scenarios. A lot of it is online. And yeah, I absolutely love it. Love it because it's opened my eyes to society, why people behave in certain ways that make them end up in a courtroom. What have they gone through in life? Why have they maybe not had the support they needed in life, which has meant they've gone down the wrong route in life? All those kind of things that, again, we're not taught. We're not taught about, the outer, what's going on in the bigger environment, in bigger society.
Yeah,
Almost
yeah.
the taboo kind of subjects. It's hidden under the table. But I'm part of the judiciary, and they're sitting as a magistrate, and I feel proud to be able to do that work on a voluntary basis. And it's been 16 years now, and I'm only 18, of course.
I mean, that's amazing. Just when I thought the list of all the things you're doing is about to run out, here comes the magistrate as well. I mean, so now you're doing all these things, and I. Some people say, no, I haven't got the time to do this. I haven't got the time to go and learn. I haven't got time to be a magistrate and volunteer towards charities. I mean, what do you say to these people when they say to you, we haven't got the time to do this? I mean, surely it must frustrate you partly.
Oh, do you know what? One of the things I do say to people is I want you, from the moment you wake up, to have a notepad and pen with you. Write down how much time you spend on the phone, how much time you spend scrolling through social media, how much time do
Yep,
you spend on TV, how much
yep,
time do you spend doing nothing. And once you go through it, you'll probably find there are at least 2 hours, maybe, if not 3 hours in the day, if you take out the sleeping time, that you're
yep,
actually spent phone scroll, 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 and how much it quickly takes up so much of your time, doesn't it?
yeah. Yeah, exactly. You're 100% right. I mean, especially the next generation now as well. I mean, my daughter, she talks to me and she's like, yeah, Dad, yeah, how's you going? I'm like, whoa. Put the phone down and let's have a normal conversation. But for them, that's becoming normality. And we have to obviously encourage them and say that's not normality. There is a time for the phone and there's a time. And I see it all the time. You're 100% right. People sit there having Netflix marathons. People sit there on the phone all the time. I mean, and then they sit there before they know it. I think it was Les Brown who said that when you're finally, your time comes, you're going to sit there and ask yourself, did I do my best to achieve my goals? And there you go, guys. There's some great advice from Sonal over there. Okay, get a little notepad. Okay, find how much time you spend on the phone. Write it down. Yeah, you don't have to tell no one about it. Yeah, just get a little pad and write down. Oh, I spend 4 hours a day on the phone. Oh, I spend 6 hours watching TV marathons. Can we not reduce this time? Can we not plan a bit more? And then, like Sonal said, there, walk the path that you have been born to walk. Okay, so now, what are your future plans?
So, my future plans, one of the biggest things that I want to do is to be able to share my passions, share my knowledge and my experience with, I want to say, the world, because I would love that. And by that, my big passion right now is the whole topic of communicating with confidence, because
Good,
I
good.
believe they are life skills that when it's not part of the school curriculum, you don't get taught it in learning and
Yeah,
development in the HR world, yet those two life skills can open
yeah,
any door for you. And in the current time, do you know, Jag, like there's so much going on, not only with the pandemic, with work, with family life, with everything that's going on, that what's happening is there's just so much overwhelm that people are starting to shut down. But
yeah.
actually, if they had communication and confidence skills, imagine where I could say, Jag, do you know what? I need some help. I'm really
Yeah.
struggling.
Yeah.
People are just too embarrassed to say that. They think it's wrong. But actually, I want to teach people that,
Excellent.
use your voice, use your communication, use your
So now we're
confidence.
running out of time, and do you know what? There's some great advice. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. So now, if people want to contact you and speak to you about anything, what's the best way to contact you, please?
So it's through my website, which is sonal at sonaldave.com.
Excellent. So now, listen, I'm going to have to get you back on here soon, all right? Because obviously we haven't had enough time to chat. I'm sure we've got a lot to talk about. Thank you so much for joining us today on Positive Minds, Sonal. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So there you go, guys. Some amazing information from a great role model to everyone out there. That you can go out there and achieve your dreams. Just keep moving forward and keep moving forward. In life, guys, we're going to get some knocks. Okay, life will give you some knocks now and again. Okay, and I'm here to tell you that no matter what happens, you must get back up and keep moving forward. Okay, and do not give up, because giving up is not an option. वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह All done. Thank you very much.